Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Night and Day. You may notice my face is here in the upper left hand corner, maybe, yes. It's been a while since I used the face cam, I hope. It's been months, I think it's been since last year maybe. I don't really remember, but let's hope it's here to stay. Let's hope, right? Some of you people weren't too hot on this game, but I was enjoying it. I was enjoying this, this theming and this... I was just enjoying the feeling of this game, so let's just continue. You're very quiet, Paul. Is something wrong? What voice? I've completely forgotten the voices I had given these people. You tell us, how did those painters treat you today? Exactly what I need, venting my frustrations. Everything was going just fine, until a really harsh guy came and started criticizing my painting. It's the real world, Paul. You have to accept that people aren't going to like your hot garbage that you're painting up by the river. Like everything I did was wrong. He basically said my art sucks and I've got no talent whatsoever. Oh dear, some people can't keep their thoughts to themselves. I like how the way she phrased that makes it seem as though, you know, it's true. But she's never seen his painting, so she wouldn't know. Has she? I don't tell them the worst part. The part where it seems all the other painters think he's too straightforward but right. Don't pay that guy any attention. Probably just jealous because he's a nobody with zero talent. I bet. I didn't get to see his art, but that Emil didn't look like anything special. Dennis raises his eyebrow in surprise. Wait, I did that in the wrong narration voice. Emil? Could that be Emil Girardon? Girardon. Slightly shorter than me, brown hair, goatee. I nod with a frown. Don't tell me Dennis knows that jerk. Watch him be some renowned artiste. But that's what it seems, because Dennis leans back on his chair and seems deep in thought for a long moment. Is that so? Who is that guy? Come on, tell me. He scratches the back of his head and lets out a sigh. In fact, Emil Girardon is one of the most famous painters you can meet at the riverbank. What? Seriously? But he looks so ordinary. Looks sometimes are deceiving. His paintings are sold in some of the best art galleries in Paris, and he has solo exhibitions, which is something very few artists can say. Oh. So, I don't know how to say this, but if he told you your art is not good enough, yet then he's surely right. He shrugs while I consider drowning myself in a bowl of soup. Look, Paul, I know you two have started on the wrong foot, but it'd be really good for you if you could ask him for some pointers in order to improve. You won't find a better teacher than him. Ask her around. Every painter in the riverbank will tell you so. I lift my eyes from my food, depressed. Do you expect me to ask him for art lessons after the way he treated me today? I don't like his crying sprite. It really bothers me. He looks so weird. If he's half as good as they say, wouldn't it be useful to try? I look at the two of them back and forth. Honestly, I don't know what to think anymore. I'm feeling too down to think clearly right now. Suddenly, Dennis hits the table with the palm of his hand, shocking Nathalie and me, and offers us a toothy grin. Hey, I know what Paul needs. He's coming to the 55 with us tonight. What did I miss? Oh, right, Paul. What you need is to go out and entertain yourself. Dennis plays tonight at the 55 Jazz Club. I don't know if I'm in the mood. But Dennis is ignoring me, plotting with Nathalie as if I wasn't right in front of them. And we can introduce him to Ferdinand. What do you think? He has that naughty expression on his face. Naughty? Should you really be saying that about people you just met? Very suggestive. That makes me suddenly afraid of who this Ferdinand guy could be. You're a bad guy, Dennis. And there's my confirmation. Look, guys, I think... Come here, Paul. Come here, Paul. Let me do something with that lifeless hair of yours. Okay, I don't know why you're dragging my weave. I don't know what, just... damn. Dennis, you're in charge of tidying up the kitchen. Oui, mon capitaine. Hey, but be quick at the bathroom. I have to print myself too. I'm the one who has to go up on stage, you know. Nathalie dismisses him with a wave of her hand. You don't need much grooming. You're already handsome as you are. Is she saying I'm not handsome? Ah, my darling. I think that's what she's saying. Nathalie dodges his grabby hands and pulls me to the bathroom where she proceeds to soak my whole head. My new roommates might be a bit crazy, but I guess I'll have to put up with them for a while. You can't say you're living in Paris until you've tried the cafes and the jazz clubs of Saint-Germain-des-Prés. I don't know. Prez. The Café de l'Oriental. The Café de la Flore. The Club Saint-Germain. The Tabou, I don't know. Just stop it. Stop with all these French things. Honestly, I've never heard about those places, but Dennis's enthusiasm is contagious. What kind of people frequent those clubs? Only the best. Unless... you aren't into politics, are you? I shake my head, confused. No, why? Ah, good then. Paul, take my advice and don't get mixed up with any dangerous activity, you hear me? Dangerous? If you're sitting at a table and they start to talk about communism, anarcho-syndicalism, or libertarian socialism, just get up and go to another table. Don't get involved. But I love the communistas. I have no idea what all of that is. Are they dangerous, you say? Oh, don't listen to him, Paul. The communistas are the only hope we have. Ah, blessed youth and a country education. No, they aren't dangerous per se, but they tend to attract trouble, and now Nathalie and I are responsible for your well-being. So the less problems you get mixed with, the better, okay? If you say so. Will there be artists in the 55? I wonder if one of our boyfriends can be a communist. Oh my god, I'll pick him so fast. Ugh. I hope. God, guys, I hope. Of course, artists, you ask. Lots of them. Their patrons are usually writers, journalists, painters, university students. They'll love it. That sounds great. Are we also going to find our new husband? I hope. We arrive at Rue de Rene. A huge black doorman in a red jacket with golden buttons lets us pass, and we go through a single door. Very plain looking. We go down a narrow suitcase and arrive at what looks like a cave. The place is cramped, smoke-filled cellar. Although at first it's difficult to see through the smoke, there's a stage at the back with a string quartet and a trumpet player playing some lively jazz music. Jazz clubs are usually located in cellars because the music at late hours is less likely to disturb the neighbors. Clever, right? I nod while looking around, trying to take in the scene in front of me. You know what, maybe I should have given Dennis the Frenchman voice. I don't know. How do you even do a Frenchman voice? I've already forgotten from last week. Oh, Nat, look! It's Boris Vian! Do you know who he is, Paul? Is that French? I don't know. The name sounds familiar. A writer, right? Yes, but he's also a trumpet player, and he writes reviews for Les Jazz Hot. Nat, I need to be brilliant tonight. I want him to write a good review for my quintet. Is that French, guys? You tell me.
You better go meet your group and warn them then. Dennis touches up his hair, gulping nervously, and leaves for the stage area. Let's have a drink, Paul. Do you like alcohol? Ah, not much, but if it's just one drink. Great. She links her arms with mine and drags me to the bar area. We sit down on 2 high bar stools. There's a rather good view of the stage from here, so I guess we can stay at the bar while we watch Dennis's performance. Ferdinand! Hey, Ferdinand! A slim and tall black barman comes from the other side of the counter. His expression is incredibly serious. Good evening,
That's Ferdinand. God, too many voices to try to do. I need to increase my repertoire of voices.
Good evening, Nathalie. Same as always. Yes, please. And something not too strong for our friend here. He's not used to alcohol. The guy studies me in silence for a long moment, as if he was weighing me up. His face never loses that solemn expression. I'll make him a cocktail. By the way, this is Paul, our new roommate and part-timer. He politely nods with the slightest shine of interest in his eyes. This is Ferdinand.
Oh wait, is this? I think this is a guy we can get with. Is he? I think he is, yeah.
This is Ferdinand. He's a good friend of ours. His sister's the singer in Dennis's quintet.
Well, I guess it's obvious if he has a sprite. I don't think anyone has had a sprite unless we could get with him, have they? I don't think so.
Oh, really? Pleased to meet you. I'm looking forward to listening to your sister. She has an amazing voice and stage presence, you'll see. Ferdinand nods and I cast a shadow of a proud smile on his face. Oh, Paul, don't look now, but Sartre and Simone de Beauvoir are sitting in the front of the stage. You know who they are, right? Writers like Boris Vian. Sartre is more a philosopher than a novelist, and both he and his partner are political activists. Did someone say communists? I'm coming. The kind Dennis told me are dangerous? Nathalie looks at me with surprise for a moment and then bursts out laughing. Don't take things so literally, Paul. Well, I guess you're right in a way, but I doubt Sartre would ever have problems with the government. He was a hero of the resistance during the Nazi occupation after all. I look at that short-spectacled man with new respect. He must be really brave. This is a lucky night for Dennis's quintet, with so many distinguished people in the public. Sartre loves jazz, but he rarely comes because he loathes crowded spaces with too much smoke. Clever man indeed. So are there any artists here today? Nathalie looks around, studying the occupants of the surrounding tables. Ah, that one over there, with the mop of curly hair. That's Alberto Giacometti, a famous sculptor. I think he paints too. I crane my neck to see him better, but the club is too dark and full of people, so I can barely see the back of his head. Look, Dennis and Ophelia are about to begin. I turn to the stage where a circle of light has suddenly appeared in contrast with the previous half darkness. A young black woman in a red sequined dress walks forward until her high heels are touching the front edge of the stage. She drags the microphone there and settles it by her side with a confident smile. Behind her, the musicians take their places, and there comes Dennis with his sax. One of the guys sits at the piano, another at the drums, while the other carries a double bass. The pianist starts singing, and the woman answers each of his lines with an increasingly powerful voice. If I thought it was going to be boring, I was wrong. The song is cheerful and a bit naughty. Stop using that word. Since the main singer is sitting at the piano, the task of interacting with the public falls on Ophelia. She winks and smirks at the people sitting on the tables, taking the slightly saucy lyrics into racy territory with their seductive movements. At one moment she even leans in and tugs at the tie of one of the men in the audience, with a devilish grin going dangerously close to his face, before letting him go and walking towards the back of the stage with an exaggerated sway of her hips, dragging the mic with her. Whoa, I might not be into girls, but this Ophelia is certainly something. This is just like when a guy says, I'm straight, but I don't know if he is hot or not. I've never seen any musical performances remotely so sensual in my life. But imagine if she acted like this in my village. All those middle-aged housewives would have a heart attack. I spy her brother out of the corner of my eye. The barman watches his sister with the same serious face as before. His eyes shine with emotion, but his jaw is tense. How does he feel when he sees his sister acting in such an openly sexual way? Why you gotta ask such weird questions? She's really good, really hot too. You must be proud of her. Got a boner in those pants. Ferdinand nods, pressing his lips together with just a hint of a smile. He's not very talkative. I told you she was good. And really sexy, right? Haha, I guess. I guess they don't know we're a live homosexual yet. Don't ask me. Come on, especially not in front of her brother. Dennis can't shine in this song, but you'll get the chance to listen to him doing a solo later. Oh, great! The song finishes and we all clap and cheer loudly and enthusiastically. They start another song. Nathalie and I watch them while commenting about some other people in the audience she knows. The quintet finishes their gig after only 40 minutes or so. Dennis had a couple solos where he stayed under the main spotlight and made his instrument speak for minutes. I'm impressed. A very sweaty Dennis approaches us after the concert, followed by the rest of his group. Everybody pats their backs and congratulates them on the way towards the bar. Here comes my awesome sax! Nathalie jumps into Dennis's arms and kisses him deeply, for so long that I start to be afraid they'll turn blue due to the lack of oxygen. I avert my eyes, slightly embarrassed, but their friends laugh and cheer them on loudly. When they finally part, Nathalie goes to congratulate the other members of the quintet, and Dennis comes to my side with a wide grin.
Paul, Ferdinand, what do you think? Were we good enough?
It was brilliant. Awesome performance. Really, I'm impressed. He turns for a moment to his girlfriend.
Nat, I told you, I like this guy. Ferdinand, a round of drinks for the musicians. We are hot and thirsty. What a great French accent, everybody. Can I get a round of applause?
The barman nods and starts pouring an assortment of drinks. I guess since they're regulars, he doesn't need to ask what they want. Ferdinand's sister finally manages to leave her admirers behind and arrives at the counter. She's as sweaty as Dennis and the rest of the quintet, but even so, she still looks gorgeous.
Oh, Paul, let me introduce you to my friends. That one is Antoni? I don't know. That one is Antoni, and this is Andre. Theo, or is it Teo? Theo is over there, the one talking with the ladies. And this is Ophelia, our hot and talented vocalist. Hot in more ways than one sense, Ferdinand. Hurry up with those drinks, or your poor sister will faint. Fuck, I hate those spotlights. They really make you sweat. I should make that a bit higher, but it's... Doing voices is hard, guys. I'm gonna try to make that a bit higher.
I blink at hearing the curse. She's definitely different from all the girls I've ever met. Even Nathalie is so modern and Parisian.
Is that like Parisian, sort of, supposed to be? Paris something? Parisian. Parisian. Parisian?
Parisian is kind and motherly. Ophelia's attitude makes me a bit uneasy.
He's just scared of a confident woman.
Especially when she grabs her drink and gulps it down in seconds. She puts the glass down on the counter with a bang and wipes her mouth with the back of her hand, smearing her red lipstick a bit. Ah, that was good. Another one, Ferdinand. And don't be so stingy with the gin this time. I don't miss the light scowl on Ferdinand's face when he stares at his sister. The musicians are in high spirits, and Nathalie joins them in their cheerful chattering and laughing. They finish their drinks not as quickly as Ophelia, of course, and order another round. Suddenly, I feel out of place. I don't know anyone apart from Nathalie and Dennis, who are busy talking with their friends. Ferdinand is washing glasses barely a meter from me, so I turn towards him. They're a nice group. He hums in agreement. The next musicians are already playing in the background. It must be cool working here, with so many famous people coming and going, and live music most nights. Well, once you get used to the smoke, of course. You never get used to the smoke. I smirk at this. At last I've managed to extract a full sentence from him. Still, it's nice, and you only work in the evenings, so you have lots of free time. He just hums again. You have a bit of an accent, so you weren't born in Paris, right? No, Haiti. Oh, from Haiti. It's an island in the Caribbean Sea, right? I bet it's a really beautiful place, like paradise.
Not really. I've been there. It was not good. It was not good. And Ferdinand knows it too from this reaction.
He stares at me with condescension, as if I said something stupid. Well, I only know Haiti from some travel magazines, and the pictures really looked like a paradisiacal land. The island is pretty true. Endless beautiful beaches. I miss that part of Haiti. I guess life wasn't so good then. But Paris is another thing, and this is the right place for your sister to shine. I follow his troubled gaze. Ophelia sitting on the lap of a guy, laughing so loud that I can hear her guffaw over the music and voices. She's just celebrating tonight's gig. He sighs and casts his eyes down.
Ooh, excuse me.
I guess. Around an hour or so later, Nathalie taps my shoulder to call my attention. We're leaving now. I have to get up early in the morning. Are you coming, or would you rather stay? I'm coming. I can't say I was bored observing the very patrons. Is entertaining. And Nathalie tried to coax me into her friend's conversation now and then, but I must admit, I feel more comfortable watching than engaging. I feel out of place joining a conversation with a group of people I just met. I need to get to know them bit by bit. I guess I am too used to my village's habits to enjoy the openness of Paris inhabitants. It seems Ferdinand is also leaving. Ophelia has drunk one too many and can barely stand, so he's taking her home. I look at him with sympathy when we part ways. At least it seems the owner doesn't mind him finishing his shift early.
How was it, Paul? I hope you had fun.
I'm afraid you felt uncomfortable because you only knew the two of us. No, it's alright. It was fun. I like the music, and I'm happy I got to see you playing, Dennis. I just need some time to get used to places with so many people and different conversations taking place at the same time. Haha, right? You'll see. You'll make friends in no time. Our friends are nice when you get to know them.
What do you think of Ferdinand and Ophelia?
I've never met two siblings who have such opposite personality.
Oh, that was Nathalie's voice.
The two of them laugh. That's true. Ophelia's so extroverted, and Ferdinand is so serious and quiet.
Ah, but he's a great guy under that cold facade.
I don't doubt it. He was just worried about his sister. He doesn't like that she drinks so much, right?
Oh, Nat, he nailed it. You have a good eye, Paul. He doesn't like that Ophelia drinks or swears or dances with guys. I think French people don't say S's, they say Z's. I think that's what I heard once before.
But he has his reasons. I love how she always does whatever she wants, but sometimes it's better to be careful who you flirt with.
What are you talking about?
Just women's nonsense that you'll never be able to understand, so forget about it. We're home. I'm so tired.
You wake up too early.
Go to the flower market for me then.
Aw, Nat, you know how much I love you, but...
They laugh all the way up our apartment stairs.
Oh, another letter to our soldier.
I'm also tired and sleepy when I finally reach my bedroom. I sit down to write at least a short letter. February 11th, 1950. Dear Raoul, still no news from you.
He's dead.
I hope I get a letter soon. I miss you so much, and this lack of news is killing me. Kind of like how you probably got killed. I've had a really long day, but I'll try to make it short. I started at the flower shop this morning. It was a bit more complicated than tending my parents' store. Well, let's say way more complicated, but I'll try my hardest. I want to stay here. I really like my roommates, so I'll do my best so I don't disappoint them. The other thing I have to work on is my painting. I knew I had a long way in front of me, but I was convinced I was good enough to be professional. Well, it seems I was wrong, and I'm just another young artist with his head in the clouds. But you know what? I decided tomorrow I'm going to ask for art lessons. There's a guy who seems to be quite famous in the artistic circles, although he's a complete douchebag. Doesn't matter. I can put up with...
I don't like how he's writing through the line. Like, he's writing through the line on some of these sentences.
Doesn't matter if I can put up with him. Wait, doesn't matter. If I can put up with him, that means I will achieve my goal of becoming a famous artist. Apart from that, this evening, my roommates took me to a jazz club. It was interesting. The place was too hot and crowded, but the people were completely different from my village. Haha, you should have seen it. There were blacks everywhere.
He didn't mention the blacks. I'm sure he didn't see a lot of them in his village. I don't think he did.
There were even famous writers among the patrons. I was feeling a bit shy, but I promise the next time I'll be more open and talkative. But at least I talked with the barman. He's from Haiti, and his sister is a singer. I'll definitely tell you more about these two in the next letters, but right now I'm very sleepy, so I'll leave it here. I hope you're doing well. Please stay safe and be very, very careful. As always, yours, Paul.
How is he supposed to be careful? He's at war.
A new day in Paris. I should go downstairs to the flower shop, but Nathalie said I could skip some days if I wanted, and I'm dying to go to the riverbank and talk with that jerk Emile Girardon. Will he take me as a student if I ask him nicely? If yesterday I felt outraged just thinking about that guy today...
Wait, okay, you know what? I'm gonna take a drink of water since that was a mess. At least I think I read that wrong.
If yesterday I felt outraged just thinking about that guy today, I see things differently. I need to improve, so I need his advice. I just have to ignore his jabs. Achieving my goal is well worth having my ego bruised. The only important thing is the outcome. So I could help Nathalie with the shop opening and then go to the riverbank with my easel. Although I'm also low on money, so I could work at the flower shop the whole morning and go meet a meal in the afternoon instead. Let's see, where should I go in the morning?
Oh, so is it a choice then? It's not highlighting over anything when I... So I guess I just click it. And... Can I go to all these places? I don't think so. I was not paying attention when he was talking. All I know is I can go to the riverbank or home. Was there anywhere else that was mentioned? I don't think so. Let's go to the riverbank though.
Oh, actually,
maybe I shouldn't have done that. Because maybe my other love interests will come to the shop if I would have stayed there. Damn. And the other love interest is the one that I want. I saw on the itch.io page. He's a dark-skinned, tall drink of water.
It's time to go to my painting spot by the river. I try to balance my easel against my hip, neatly tucked under my arm, and carry my artist's toolbox with my other hand. I'll get the hang of it one day. As it is now, I need to take a couple of breaks on the way, but it's fine because I can enjoy the liveliness.
I'm sorry, I'm so tired.
The liveliness of the riverbank with its cafe terraces, its painters, and its bouquinistes.
I'm just so tired, I don't know why. I went to bed early last night. And the night before. But each day I woke up I was tired.
Oh, and the occasional street musician too, of course. Today it's lovely guitar music that reaches my ears. When I get closer, I take the opportunity to rest on my wrists from the weight and watch the musician for a while surrounded by a small crowd. Damn, he's good. In fact, he plays guitar in a way I'd never heard before. It's vibrant and almost hypnotic. The musician is really young. I wonder how I can be so talented already. I'm kind of envious. He makes it so easy. Seems so easy, as if the music just flowed out of his fingers and into the guitar strings, fluid and shiny as the river. Studying him with more attention, the guy seems to be Romani.
Oh wait, no, this is the guy I'm looking for.
Although the way he dresses reminds me of some Hollywood star. Ah yes, is it James Dean? It clashes with the sea of ties and blazers around us, but I like it. I hate ties myself, and the way this guy looks is so fresh, new, cool even.
Oh yes, there's my cutie. This is the guy I want.
The end of the song is met with a few claps here and there. The small crowd starts to move away when he reaches out with a hat to collect the public's coins. I search in my pocket for some small coin, but before he reaches me, the guitar player suddenly yells.
A button. Who dared to leave a fucking button? That's so mean.
He points to a middle-aged man and adds,
Aha! I got you! Me? Yes, you. Don't pretend now. I saw you. No need to be so cheap, you know.
Around them, a discreet chorus of chuckles and murmurs arise. I feel a bit embarrassed for the poor man who tries to shove through the onlookers with a little success, since they bar his way on purpose.
Why did he even leave anything at all if he was going to leave a button? No, look, it wasn't me. Are you calling me a liar? Of course, since I'm a gypsy, I must be a liar. What a surprise.
The onlooker's expression turns sterner then, and the man finally takes out his wallet and throws 10 franc coins in the musician's hat.
Happy now. Only 10 francs? That's better than the button. That's barely better.
I catch some awkward smiles among the crowd. I guess most of them have just given small franc coins themselves. I put back in my pocket my own coins, slightly ashamed. The poor man, sweating out of nerves, takes out 100 francs coin and shows it around before tossing it inside the hat.
Alright, I'm sorry and all. Am I free to leave now?
The young musician smiles widely, showing all his teeth, and bows with grace.
But of course, my dear sir. Thank you very much for your generous patronage. He's a little money-hungry, grubby little boy, and I like it.
The crowd starts to... If you think he might be a communist? The crowd starts to disperse. The guys chase after some of them with his hat, but nobody is feeling especially eager to give him any tip after the ruckus he made, so they just turn their faces and pick up their pace. But then his gaze crosses mine, and he starts to come closer with a grin. Oh. I try to leave as fast as I can, but I'm still securing my easel under my arm when he catches my sleeve. Oh, just great. I mentally curse.
Hey, you're a painter, right? Do you want to paint my portrait? Hey, this is pretty forward of him. Paint me like one of your French girls.
The question takes me by surprise. Me? I don't know.
I'm going to be really famous one day, so you should take the chance now while I'm offering.
Should I practice painting portraits? I didn't plan on it right now. I wanted to paint the river, maybe some flowers.
In 10 years from now, you'll have to pay a fortune for the honor to paint me. But I can offer you myself as a model for the token price of 1,000 francs now. It's a really good offer. You shouldn't hesitate.
In fact, I'm not good yet with portraits. Hold on. You want me to pay to paint you?
What, you wanted to paint me for free? But I have a family to support. Be reasonable. I have 4 children to feed. Oh, don't lie to me now. Don't be talking about having children. You wouldn't copulate with a woman. And I'm telling you, my portrait will be worth a lot once I'm a famous guitarist. You can sell the painting in 10 years and make a great bargain.
I'm thoroughly confused by this guy. Wait, you have 4 children, you say? But how old are you? He bites his lower lip with a chuckle.
Why, I'm 18.
So he's my age. He looks a bit younger, but so do I, according to most people, so I won't comment on it. The guitar player rolls his eyes and shrugs, and then proceeds to put away the coins, the hat, and the guitar inside the instruments case.
You got me there. I don't have any kids, but I need a side income, you know. Tourists aren't exactly generous with their tips.
He quickly closes his guitar case and reaches out a hand for me to shake it along with another toothy grin.
My name is Giles, and I hope you really paint my portrait one day, when you get better at it. For free, I mean.
I shake his hand and smile back to him. He's got some nerve, but I like his cheeky attitude. Paul, I wouldn't mind paying you to model for me, but I'm broke right now. I just arrived in Paris and started a part-time job.
Oh, I see. Let me treat you to a Coke then.
I shake my head in embarrassment.
What's the embarrassment?
No, please, no need to invite me. You just said you need the money.
Well, I mean, if he's treating us, I'm just saying. Always accept free shit.
But he winks at me and grabs my forearm with his free hand.
This sweaty guy from before is treating us, brother. And I happen to fancy a Coke and some good company right now, so let's go.
Struggling to find a good answer to that, I follow him along to the riverbank. What a whimsical guy. Then a sudden thought crosses my mind. Hey, you were the one that tossed that button into your hat, weren't you?
Oh my god, look at his blush. It looks a little creepy. Ugh. Why is it some of the sprites look a little weird? It's like how they narrow their eyes. It's like this is what they're doing with their eyes. It's like I don't know. He throws his head back and laughs heartily.
Maybe, or maybe not. After that, I spend the whole morning painting, but Emil doesn't appear. I go back home for lunch and a small break, and back again to my painting spot. I hope this time I'll be luckier and I'll meet Emil. Well, that's the end of the demo, everyone, I'm afraid. Well, let's at least roll back. But isn't he such a cutie patootie? So I'm really into this guy. So can I click on any of these places? No, definitely not, because these are not places that it said we could go. Okay, so let's just go home. So we can hang out here and then we'll end the demo after this. But, Giles was so cute, and I love how he was redistributing wealth to himself. Like, what a communist. I love it. I spend the whole morning working at the flower shop. It's a bit boring, but I'm glad to be helping Nathalie. After a quick lunch, I'm finally able to grab my painting items and go to the riverbank and ask Emil for his advice. Oh. That's an odd choice. That's an odd choice. It seemed like we were going to actually be able to talk to Emil there, but then we didn't. That's kind of wonky. Well, that was all the choices we had there. That's so weird. I mean, I understand it's the demo, so it's almost weird that they didn't give you like an actual scene for picking that choice. But I guess we know what would have happened if this was the full game. We'd get to talk to Emil a bit. But so yeah, thank you all for watching Night and Day. Yeah, you can do that, obviously. And I really enjoyed the demo. I enjoyed going back to 1950s Paris. And I'm sorry that I wasn't using that French voice earlier. I feel like you guys didn't get a taste of it. What's in the extras menu? Just that one CG. I feel like you guys didn't get enough of a taste of it. So I feel bad for that. But if you want to play the demo yourself, you can obviously go into the description. And, you know, you can, from there, from the itch.io page, I'm sure the Twitter and Discord and other stuff is linked. So, yeah. I'll probably play Camp Buddy next time, guys. Probably, maybe. Then again, I'm so behind on so many games. Like, you know, I still need to get through Jace's route on, what's it called? Morning Dew Farms. I'm very upset that, it's been so long since I played that game. I never finished doing the good route on Bachi Koi. I still need to get Deimos and Starfighter. Obviously I have to finish Camp Buddy, like I already said. Feel like there's more that I'm missing. Feel like there's a lot more that I'm missing, but yeah, so much. I have so much to do. But yeah, long outro, but bye guys, thanks for watching. I already said that. Bye again.